Hold up, I want to react to this video. The death of 24-hour America. Why nothing stays open late. I ain't gonna lie, I just did a video recently about midnight in America. I tested every restaurant in America, or every restaurant near me, or something like that. Bro, nothing was fucking open. I'm not gonna lie, nothing was fucking open. Like, you know what I'm trying to, you feel me, get some good eats, especially after midnight for the video, and nothing was fucking open. And I'm realizing everything's closing at like 8, 9, 10, and I'm just fucking stressed. Let's see the reason why. Maybe she's gonna say, but it should be a good watch.
Wake up in the middle of the night. Maybe you're having a... Do you ever just wake up in the middle of the night? Maybe you're having a bit of insomnia with nothing better to do and want to get out of the house. Or maybe...
Wasn't insomnia like a fucking cookie brand? Fuck it.
You just got off work and aren't ready to go home yet. So you get in your car and go out to pick up a late night snack, hit the gym, or maybe get some grocery shopping done. It's peaceful out. You can beat the crowds and pass the time. Maybe it's a 7-Eleven or a...
This is some type of shit that, like, whenever you go... Is that Drake? Hold on. Is that Drizzy? Hold on. 7-Eleven. This is the type of shit where it's like, whenever you go to the gas station at midnight, especially, like, late night, this is, like, what you imagine it to be, like, on some, like, you're almost like in a movie, you feel me? And this is, like, exactly what it looks like.
Pizza place,
I just,
or even
like,
a bookstore.
pointed that
There's
out,
gotta
you feel
be
me?
something to do besides get drunk. But after driving around for a while, almost everything is closed. Didn't that place used to be open all night? Even some of the gas stations stopped selling gas at 7 p.m. Aside from a few bars and maybe a liquor store, downtown is dead. This is 11 p.m. on a Saturday night in Oakland, California, and it's a ghost town. But this could be anywhere in the USA right now. It's like the whole country is afraid of the dark. What happened? Why does everything close early now?
Hey, I could use another cup of coffee.
Me too. Oh, let's stop for some.
Yeah, I need gas anyway.
When you stop at a Shell station, you get more than America's best-selling gas.
I got a nice little baddie in the passenger. Oh, we need to stop for some gas. Sis, we can stop for a lot more. I mean...
Slaves at Whataburger.
Oh my goodness, Whataburger! I'm from Texas, San Antonio. That motherfucker buzz. Everyone knows that motherfucker buzz. I ain't even gonna lie. That's the best burger place, hands down. Whataburger, if you know, you know. Okay, let me stop pausing this.
It's after midnight. You're hungry and your stomach is talking to you.
What is 24/7?
24/7 is
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
You can drive to Wendy's, where the pickup window is now open late.
There's a moment at night when all you want is fourth meal.
Because so many Shell stations are open 24 hours.
Mac tonight! Come on, make it Mac tonight!
There was a time when it seemed like everything was open late. In any little town in the middle of nowhere, you could walk around the 24-hour Walmart at 3 a.m. looking for nothing in particular. If you needed a
Walmart used to be a fucking 24-hour store? We being dead ass right now?
random item and needed it fast, you knew you could rely on something being open to go pick it up. Now the best you've got is Amazon Prime next day delivery, and only if you live in the city. If you live in a rural area, good luck. There used to be this little spot off of 19th Avenue in San Francisco called Irving Pizza. One night, way back in 2013, I was out late at a concert in Berkeley and my phone broke. And I missed the last BART train home and got stuck taking the all-night bus, which is slow and comes once an hour, if it even shows up. When I eventually made it back to the city, I realized that I was locked out, and it was 2 a.m. But lucky for me, Irving Pizza was open every night until 4. It gave me a place where I could safely be to sit down and eat a slice and wait for anyone to wake up in the morning and let me inside. That little pizza spot saved my ass from being stuck on the street in the middle of the night, and eventually, I did get in. Granted, their other location is in a busy part of town, and it's still open late on weekends.
For y'all boys that like eat like at midnight, is it like how euphoric is it? Because I've done it a couple times, you feel me? And it's fire. It's like you look outside, there's no one there. It's like, it's almost like you own the world. You feel me? Like for all motherfuckers that actually do eat after midnight. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
But in the suburban west side of the city, places like that are rare now. That location is long since closed, but the business that took its place in that building closes at midnight now, and it's one of the latest open spots in the block. And this trend is happening more and more as time goes on. And much of it, like a lot of societal issues we've seen in recent years, stems back to 2020 and the COVID pandemic. Seriously, the pandemic f***ed us all up. A lot. It was a collective trauma that society still hasn't fully recovered
This
from.
music low-key
Stuck
bumping.
indoors all day and night, most people only left the house for essential trips or if they were essential workers. This basically killed the economy for a while. With less overall customers, retail stores either closed altogether or deeply cut back hours to the bare minimum to stay profitable. In most cities and states, indoor dining was either outright prohibited or severely restricted. And what came in its place was takeout, and of course, delivery. Enter the holy trinity of Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. During the pandemic, I was an essential worker in San Francisco. And by that I mean, I drove for Uber Eats all hours of the night. Business was booming. I made
Uber
as much
Eats is an
delivering
essential
food.
fucking worker? What? It's an essential worker to the 600 motherfucker on 600-pound life. But that's about it, gang. Like, what type of bullshit is this?
Than I did at the office job I was laid off from. But with it, I started to notice a trend. You'd get an order and it'd be from some weird random restaurant you'd never even heard of. And you'd drive to the location and it would be in some office park or warehouse or
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
nobody would ever locate a damn pizza place.
Yeah.
And then they would run 4, 5, maybe 10 different restaurants out of this single location. Ghost kitchens.
Yep.
They only exist in the apps, delivery only businesses, and they tend to run relatively late at night. So this put even more pressure on the average local sit-down diner. And as the pandemic began to wane a little bit, those ghost kitchens did not go away.
Mr.
That's
Beast,
just one factor out
I
of
don't think ghost kitchens are like that big of an issue. I'm just gonna be real, because like, let's be real. At the end of the day, it's survival of the fittest. You feel me? If you're like that, you're like that, and you will win. But I mean, yeah, I mean, these some mom and pop restaurants, that is kind of like sad. Survival of the fittest. I'm just gonna be fucking real. I'm just gonna be real. I ain't gonna lie. It is what it is.
the cost of living has skyrocketed. Rent, supplies, labor costs, all of it. And a lot of workers were hesitant to risk their lives to come in the middle of the night for minimum wage. And small businesses already facing tight margins couldn't afford to pay them more. So what do? You cut hours and focus on the daytime crowd. Fast food too. A lot
Whoa,
of
who the
McDonald's and
fuck? Where did they get this footage from? Did they just put a fucking Big Mac in the fucking water? I mean, I ate it. I ate it.
Locations used to keep their inside lobbies open relatively late, if not 24 hours in some places. But when COVID hit, most of them became drive-through only, and a lot still are. And if they are open again, it's usually only during the day and early evening, and it's become harder and harder to find a 24-hour drive-through these days. Let's not forget about retail. Another industry hollowed out by the pandemic, brick and mortar stores had already been suffering.
Radio
but this
Shack.
was accelerated as
I haven't
most
seen a
were
motherfucking
not deemed
Radio Shack in
essential, and
decades,
places
in
like
years.
grocery stores often had to limit the number of customers to come in at a time due to social distancing regulations. And like the restaurants, they faced strong competition from e-commerce. In particular, sites like Amazon, Temu, Shein, and even Walmart heavily
Shein?
invested into
Did
the
she just say Shein? Shein. Fuck. It's Shine.
online shopping experience. When you can order almost anything you need from the comfort of your own home and have it delivered to you within the next couple of days, why bother even going out unless you already are out? And once cities opened back up and return to office became a thing for white-collar workers, they were mostly out and about during the day. When your business is already struggling to stay competitive in such an environment and late night has always seen lower demand, cutting hours is a no-brainer. When remote work was more prominent, many folks moved out of their apartments near the job centers and into larger homes in the suburbs where you could get a little more space at a better price. This devastated many downtowns, which already relied heavily
This
on
is a fire fucking video. I'm not even joking. Like, YouTube is like mainly like a place for like highly edited, not place, but like I've been seeing like a hell like Mr. Beast. Like, I'm not saying Mr. Beast is like, you know what I'm saying, but it's like highly edited, highly like this. Bro, I love like a good home cooked meal every now and then. You know what I mean? Like, Mr. Beast is like, I wouldn't say fast food, but it's like a restaurant serving you some shit that's like proven that you know works. This is like some homegrown shit, like your mom's quesadillas or some shit. You know, some homegrown shit. I fuck with it, Diana. Fuck with it.
and even for the after-work happy hour. It was especially bad in San Francisco, but it's a national trend. With this, businesses closed, large chains like Forever 21 and Macy's closed their downtown locations, and this created what some called a doom loop, where the inner city basically died. And with it came increased crime, the cost of living brought homelessness, and drug use spiked. It was a bad time to be out at night. The urbanist Jane Jacobs wrote in her 1961 book, The Death and Life of Great American Cities, of the concept of eyes on the street, which in a nutshell states that the more people you have going about their lives, working, shopping, frequenting bars and restaurants and everything else, the less likely there is to be crime. She called it national surveillance, which admittedly sounds a little creepy. But to Jane Jacobs, public safety was not just the responsibility of the police force, but all of us in the community. And by having thriving 24-hour cities, we all acted as informal watchdogs, keeping an eye on each other. And when you remove those eyes from the streets...
I know what she's saying. I was like, what do you mean by if there's more shit going on, there's less crime? But I was like, oh, isn't that in every city? But then she said 24 hours, so if people are constantly doing shit 24/7, there's no less crime. It's fucking genius, though, I ain't gonna lie.
What takes its place is not fun for anybody. Without the built-in surveillance of a vibrant community, cities and businesses within them rely more and more on heavy-handed methods. The other night, it was around 11:30 p.m., and I wanted to go to Safeway to pick up some groceries. The location I went to its credit, is open till midnight. So I parked in the parking lot and got
Is
this
this
footage.
her fucking
And while I was-
footage? My God, this is some crazy fucking color saturation editing. This shit looks like a fucking movie. Sis, Diana, you doing it right.
Sitting there in my car, getting ready to go in, an extremely loud voice yelled out at me to stop trespassing and that they'd called the police.
You are trespassing.
Holy shit. So I got in my car and I've been filming B-roll footage because I'm going to do the video on why everything closes early. So I wanted like footage of like nighttime stuff that's closed. And I went to Safeway. The Safeway like in Piedmont, like right on the like Oakland Piedmont border. And I park in the parking lot and Safeway is still open, by the way. And I get on my camera and I'm just like filming like shot of like a shopping cart in the parking lot. Like I do, right? And all of a sudden, over the loudspeaker, this voice says, "You are trespassing. Please leave the area. You're being recorded." And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Safeway's still open. Like, I was gonna go in there and like actually buy something. That just proves my point. Things close early. They treat everybody that's out at night like they're a criminal. There was no way I was gonna shop at that Safeway after that experience. And on the drive home, I was followed by 2 police cars, simply for minding my own business and staying in my car in the parking lot a little longer.
Yeah, I think this is just based on like certain areas, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously it might be like more downtown, but like that's fucking crazy, my guy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting in that Safeway. I don't give a fuck. Like on some, you're trespassing. Trespassing what? You feel me? I'm trying to get some, you know what I'm saying, baby oil for my baby back home. You feel me?
Than they deemed was acceptable. This criminalization of simply being in a space at night, even during business hours, creates within both law enforcement and the broader culture a perception that nothing worth happening happens after dark. That if you're out late, you must be up to no good. And this obviously is not true. Some people work overnight shifts at hospitals or in warehouses or as firefighters or Uber drivers. Work still gets done in the late night hours. And the people who work those shifts deserve to be able to participate in society as much as the next person. And regardless, if you're out at night, that doesn't necessarily mean you're bad. It just means that you like to be out at night. I went to 7-Eleven
Stereotypes ruin the world. Stereotypes ruin the world. Believe that.
because it's still kind of light outside. It's like 8:30. And look at my haul here. I got me some pistachios, some wasabi almonds, some Modesto Blue Diamond almonds, and of course a Red Bull, sugar-free, because I've stopped drinking sugary drinks, and I finally adjusted to sugar-free. It is starting to get dark, and I was like in the parking lot, and it said, "Thank you for visiting 7-Eleven. This parking lot is being video recorded." It's like a tiny little parking lot. Like, it's so small.
Where the fuck is my fucking cursor at? Yeah, it's definitely her area. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can go to fucking my gas station. I think Walmart's closed. I can go to fucking McDonald's. I can go to all these places. I literally popped out to McDonald's when I was doing the video a couple months ago, and I was filming, and there was a fucking like 10 cars at McDonald's. Like, it was fucking more live than like 4 o'clock. So I mean, I think it just depends what area I go.
They really close this 7-Eleven hella early now. It used to be open 24 hours. I remember coming here middle of the night, riding my bike. I used to do late night bike rides around the lake here, and yeah, you could go anytime. It would be open. Now it closes at like 9-10 p.m. So I got here right before it closed. This particular 7-Eleven started closing early for a number
fucking
of
ass.
reasons. Crime was a big one. It's a sad fact of life.
These 7-Elevens, they're not about that bread. Because I am for sure. I be staying up 24 hours. I be staying up 32 hours in a day. I don't give a fuck. I'm making more hours so I can make more money. Fuck the bullshit. I'm like those.
That robberies do happen more often at night when there are less people around to witness them. But this is in a vibrant, busy urban area with a lot of dense housing nearby, and it's not a particularly bad neighborhood either. But pretty much everything within a few blocks closes up at 9, 10, or 11 p.m. at the very latest. Most places close a lot earlier. So what do the people who actually live in these areas like to do at night? Well, they're scrolling TikTok or Instagram Reels, listening to Spotify instead of going out to concerts, chatting with friends online, using ChatGPT as their therapist, or they're going to bed early. We've become homebodies with infinite options for every aspect of life, from entertainment, shopping, dining, love and romance, culture, and friendship, all in the palm of our hands. There's less incentive to actually get out on the town and do something. And if people aren't out, the businesses don't have a reason to stay open. It's cultural as much as it is economic. And if you're going to bed at 10 p.m., why would you want to get a job?
But is being a homebody based on how everything's primarily centric around staying at home? Or is it more on that there's nothing to do outside? Stop playing.
Working at 7-Eleven overnight. Businesses have had trouble staffing late night shifts in recent years, which in turn leads to late night hours being cut. Public transit in most cities has reduced or even no service hours after dark. And when less people are taking that transit, when it's time to cut the budget, reducing or eliminating late night service seems like the least harmful option. When we treat the people who inhabit the night like criminals, it only makes the night safe for criminals. And to a cop or a security camera, when you treat just existing outside after dark as if it is a crime, you're gonna see a lot more crime. It's all a self-reinforcing cycle. The other night, I was driving around town, and I came upon a gas station, a typical Chevron. And when I went to fill up my tank, I realized that not even just the store was shut, but the pumps themselves were disabled after 7 p.m. Even though this particular gas station closed up early, it's not like that everywhere in town. There still is a good deal of vibrant nightlife in a city like Oakland. But like many cities, gentrification and higher housing costs have made it harder.
Yo, that fucking cat chilling, you know what I'm saying? Post up on the, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna cook and say something fucking good, intellectual, insightful. I just commented on the fucking comfortability of a fucking cat.
Harder to afford a night out. And the younger generations are going out less, drinking less, and clubbing less. And that's not all bad.
Yeah, it's
but
not bad at
the
all.
nighttime doesn't have to be scary or full of crime. We need viable late night options beyond just nightclubs, liquor stores, drive-thrus, and bars. We need late night libraries, cafes, restaurants, and shopping malls. Will we get them? Not if we don't use them. We need safer streets, and that doesn't always come from just putting up security cameras, increasing police patrols, and criminalizing everything. It comes from a community that cares for each other and keeps each other accountable to one another, something that our modern tech-driven culture has seemed to have lost. We treat each other and the space we live in like it's disposable. So maybe this is what we wanted all along. No more awkward small talk with a cashier or 3 a.m. pizza run. Just calm and quiet inside, in bed
I mean, fuck the small talk, but you know what I'm saying? We fuck with pizza runs.
early, checking our notifications until we crash out alone once again.
Yo, Diana, keep doing your thing, sis. Keep doing your thing. Honestly, I think it's sad how they're shutting down everything early. I feel like there needs to be options because you might be a night owl, you might be a day owl. I don't know what the fuck. You might be an OVO owl. To be honest, I don't know. But everything needs to stay open. Give people options. Give people freedom because after midnight, it's not always dangerous. See y'all boys later. Feeling you.